Hey, my name is Kat and welcome to Music in the Media, episode 2, where I share some of the latest and best noteworthy news on how music and playing a musical instrument adds value to our lives. I'll share my main takeaway, and if you want to read more, make sure you check out the description box below for the links on these articles. Make sure you stay all the way to the end where I share my favorite research so far, as well as the song that my mom used to sing to me when I was an infant. But before I dive in, if you're new here today, I share creative piano music videos, tips and tools for fellow music teachers, and tips and tutorials for my piano students. So if that is of value to you, go ahead and click like and subscribe. And just a little PSA, use it or lose it. Did you know that we are all born with more neurons than we actually need? A research done by the University of Central Florida says that typically at around the age of 8 years old, our brains do a neuron dump, dumping out all the neurons that the brain perceives it as unnecessary. So again, if we don't use it, the brain actually says, well, I don't need this, I might as well let this go. And that is why it's much easier for students at a young age to learn music. Literally, if you learn music as a child, our brains were already pre-wired with all these neurons to become designed for music. And if we use it, it's so much easier for us to learn it as a kid than having to learn it as an adult. So a little tip there, if you are a parent, make sure you get your kids to music lessons so that their brains actually use all these neurons that were already designed for music. All right, first up, according to the study published by the journal Scientific Reports, beginners who took piano lessons once a week for 11 weeks showed that their ability to process multisensory information, which is sights and sounds, was significantly enhanced. Improved multisensory process has benefits on almost every activity we participate in, from driving a car to crossing a road to spotting someone in a crowded room to even watching TV. Because of this musical training, even just after 11 weeks, their audio-visual processing became more accurate across other tasks. And these participants also showed reduced anxiety and depression. Next, a piano turns a hospital lobby into a peaceful place for veterans. Clinical director Dr. Williams said that having a piano in the hospital lobby has helped veterans improve their mood, and he has also witnessed miraculous transformations with veterans who use music therapy as part of their treatment. Third one, music and the brain. Since 2006, neuroscientist Kiminobu Sugaya and world-renowned violinist Ayako Yonetani has been teaching one of the most famous courses in the Burnett Honors College, which is called Music and the Brain. Check out the link in the description box below for a very cool and clear visual of how each part of the brain corresponds to music. I'll share one of my favorites because this one actually really hits close to my heart. My grandfather had Parkinson's disease in his later years, and apparently there's a part of our brain called a putamen or putamen, however you want to say that. Depending on where you're from, your accent, you may have put your accent on the wrong syllable, but anyway, putamen that coordinates our rhythm and our coordination skills. So music actually increases the dopamine in this area of our brain, which increases our response to rhythm. Rhythmic music has been found to actually temporarily stop Parkinson's disease, and it's been used to help treat Parkinson's disease patients with helping with their movement, getting them to walk, getting them to go up and down the stairs. And unfortunately, as soon as that music stops, the pathology also comes back in. I remember my grandpa in his later years, he would always sing lots of songs, but this one song he sang a lot in particular, it's called Give Thanks, and I could almost hear his voice in my mind, and he would sing, "Give thanks with a grateful heart, give thanks to the Holy One," something like that. And it's just so beautiful to listen to him sing because I really know that even while he was suffering with Parkinson's disease, I knew that he really was coming from such a grateful heart and a grateful spirit. But now reading this, I feel like maybe he sang because it really helped him also with his Parkinson's disease. I was younger back then. I really didn't know anything much about Parkinson's disease and music and how it relates to our brain. But now looking at this and reading these research, it just really kind of like brings a light bulb moment to my brain. And I'm just like, wow, maybe he sang because it really helped him. So it's really wonderful. Reading about these things, it's amazing. Last one for today. This one's my favorite because my mom used to sing me a song, I think when I was around like 2 years old, like still an infant, but somehow, I don't know how I remember this song. She sang it to me when I was very, very young, but to this day, this song has been engraved in my heart. It's called the Speak Softly Love, the Godfather theme song. I don't know if you would ever guess that would be the song that my mom sang to me, but that is the song she sang to me. But the funniest thing is, quick story, is that my mom would sing it with different lyrics. She would say, "No other love," but the title of the song is Speak Softly Love, and the lyrics go Speak Softly Love, right? And so for the longest time, I would sing this song and I would be like, no other love, da 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 da. And people would be like, that's not the lyrics, Kat. And I would literally fight them. I would be like, no, it's no other love. What are you talking about, Speak Softly Love? You're wrong, I'm right. But it's because that's the way my mom sang to me, until later I looked at the lyrics and it's actually Speak Softly Love. Mom, you sang the wrong song to me. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I'm just so glad she sang that song to me, because that's just been in my heart for my whole life. And you know, there's really no other love than a parent's love. So maybe it is no other love and not Speak Softly Love. Anyway, this research shows that singing songs to babies can actually have a massive impact on a baby's life as they turn into an adult. Children who don't know how to regulate their emotions very well are actually lacking resilience, which may pose a greater problem later on in their adult life, like obesity, aggression, and addiction. So moms and dads, I don't care if you don't think you're a singer or you have the worst voice in the world, you have to sing to your babies. I urge you to sing to your babies. Your voice is the sweetest thing that they could ever listen to. It's the sweetest thing to them. To me, it was the sweetest thing to me growing up when my mom was with me, because she was only with me for the first 6 years of my life, and then she moved to the US. And when she left, I held onto that song because I remember that song so vividly. And I don't know if it had something to do with my resilience as an adult, because I do feel like I'm a very resilient person. I've been through ups and downs, and I've been able to push through challenges. And you know, I'm not perfect, but I also don't really have a lot of addiction to certain things. So again, I don't know if that has something to do with it, but I do know that my mom sang to me a lot when I was a baby. And now that research backs it up, maybe it has something to do with it. So thanks, Mom, for singing to me. Anyway, I could go on and on and on, because I love music, I love the brain, I love studying about these things and sharing about these things. And so peace out. I hope you found that valuable and awesome, and I shall see you in the next episode. Hospital lobby is a peaceful place for better. As a peaceful place for better. Hospital lobby into a peaceful place for funds. As a peaceful place, peaceful, oh my gosh, my Filipino, peaceful place for, that's too much P's and F's, you guys. There should never be that many P's and F's in one sentence for a Filipino, because even us, we don't know if we're Filipino or PH Filipino. Piano turns a hospital lobby into a peaceful, I can't say it!